It's our job.
So, you start in a beautiful, scenic dining room. More specific, the military academy near Glassburg. As you've all been gathered here for to receive your new assignment. Some sort of highly important classified mission. And, well, you're all gathered here. Meet your new commanding officer. That will more or less lead you down this new expedition. As you all sort of gather outside of the military officer's office. As you can all, for the first time, glance at one another. I don't know if you have pre-established relationships or not.
Nope.
No, I don't think.
Yeah. Then
No.
you.
I think you said on session 0 that this would be the first time meeting.
Yeah. So then, yeah, this is the first time you kind of see each other as you're waiting outside the office.
Wonderful to meet all of you. Name's Maeve. She kind of like goes to shake anyone's hand, basically.
Charlotte would absolutely smile and shake your hand, just be like, "Hello, Charlotte."
Nice to meet you, Charlotte.
Nice to meet you, everybody. I'm Haimund.
Nice to meet you, Hymond.
Chris Koenig.
And nice to meet you, Icarus.
Anyone have any ideas of what's going on?
No, not really.
Not Wallachia.
Well, I guess it's gonna be a surprise for all of us then.
Yeah, looks like.
As you wait for a couple more minutes, eventually the doors will open as you see what looks like oops. You kind of like see like a lieutenant walking out, part of the local military garrison, as he sort of gestures for all of you to walk in, and there are no English in the realm, right?
It should be
Fine.
Russian, like in case.
It's
It should be
fine,
Russian.
Nate. It's fine. They make fun of
My
your
parents
accent.
were immigrants. How about that, Grunt? My parents were immigrants.
Yeah.
Oh, race
They do
by
live in the
fucking-
slums.
Oh, race by fucking sprites, I guess. Oh my god. Is this where the English accent comes from?
They'll make fun of you. Don't worry.
I know they will. I'm sure she's used to it. She came from fucking the gutters, essentially.
As all Englishmen.
Truly, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, mate!
Dick on chatter real quick.
Are you writing down famous quotes?
So as you all walk in, the officer will close the doors behind you, and as you see this young woman at behind the desk, as she stands up. Please take a seat.
I will.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
As she sort of kind of seemingly has a couple of files, which, as you can like tell from your angle, seem to be about each and every one of you. As she says, "My name is Juliet Delamp. I will be your commanding officer for your next assignment."
I give a salute.
I've read some of your files. you all seem to have good records, so it should be a smooth operation. We will be... The job entails tracking a certain group of I would call them rebels, but they are no mere thugs. Group of we believe there is a splinter cell of the Tristared that has set up somewhere in the in-betweens, off to the east of Glassberg. As such, it will be the terrain will be highly perilous, and well, we're not exactly sure how many there are. At least 24 were spotted in the area, causing problems, attacking caravans. And well, our job is to find their base of operations and report back, so that the army can go in and deal with them. Any questions until?
Do we have any idea about the number of individuals we'll be facing or the group size?
She's at 24.
The group size, as I said, around 24, but there may be more. Other than that,
Are there any known combatants in them, with him?
yes. Most of these people are at least equipped with muskets and half scissors. As far as we can tell, they've been robbing a couple of caravans. The last one included an armed transport from Astravia to Downridge.
Sorry, I was a little unclear. What I meant was, like, is there any, like, people, like, do we know any of them by name? Like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so from this thing.
No.
Okay.
None of them
But that was
have,
going to be my next question anyway, so.
she says, none of them have that sort of notoriety.
Do we know anything about their methods and how they've been operating without, well, any issues so far? Terrain, things like that?
They don't seem to be... They don't seem to be too organized. Nothing out of the ordinary. We presume that they are getting tips from Downridge on transports and then using those to attack said caravans. So I assume that if they don't know about us, which they shouldn't, it's gonna be harder for them to anticipate.
Okay, so what's the strategy for our mission?
Go in quietly, try and explore the area, the in-betweens, see if we find any signs of their camp. Once we do, just report back. We need to do so quietly, because if they spot us, they might decide to run away and make camp somewhere else.
How much jurisdiction do we have over the way things are done?
None.
Well, I mean, like, what I meant was, like, in the field when, like, we're probably gonna be far away from the
Otherwise,
crown. Like,
what
how,
restrictions do you think there's the Geneva Convention around?
like... Yeah.
No, there isn't.
What I meant was, like, how much, like, authority can we? What's the word I'm looking for?
You are the SIS going after terrorists.
Okay, so we kind of have like full jurisdiction. We can just kind of do what we think is necessary, right?
You are gonna go in a region that is inhabited by bandits and monsters. There's no. So the in-betweens, for those that don't know, the in-betweens are a region sort of inside the walls that basically are filled with dangerous creatures, and the only people who hang around there are smugglers, bandits. There's no civilized folk. There's no cities. There's no nothing. It's like the wilds.
Okay.
Like it was like we see people here, we just assume they're like guilty of something.
Got it. All right, I figured it out.
And you are basically part of the imperial military, which is the military that governs the entire household.
I guess the only question she would ask is, will we be giving supplies or such, or are we going in with what we have?
Have any requisition, please fill out the form.
Understood.
That's all. Dismissed. You'll be leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the traditional salute and goodbye, I guess, before taking her leave. Always stopping to wait for the others to ask them some questions.
Yeah, you eventually all of you take your leave from her office.
Well, it looks like we're doing a bit of infiltration. If it's not too much trouble, hopefully we get a chance to get a drink and catch up with each other, see what our skill sets are.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, I know
Yeah,
a
for
pub.
20 years
go
in the army, there's simply a skill set simple as that.
Well, you're all unfamiliar to me, so hopefully it will make things easier once we get to know each other, yeah? I'll buy drinks this round. Everyone's alright with that?
You are so generous. Thank you for that.
Sorry, I have so much coin left. How do you get rid of it?
I guess I'll have to take you up on that offer.
Maeve nods and we'll lead him to a bar she knows.
Yeah, I mean, you can leave the military outpost and venture into the city proper, as Glassberg is. It's a beautiful marvel of a city, as it's built on several layers, several levels of interconnected wooden structures. The cupboard. Of course, you will not, in fact, venture into Hunter unless you're feeling adventurous. You will stay in the top city.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the top, thank you.
Unless you want to recruit a daring criminal for your CO. Otherwise, no. Yeah, find a tavern where you can relax and unwind a bit.
Yeah. After grabbing the drinks and handing to everyone, she would sit down and say, "So, I'm not too sure how to really start this, but my name's Maeve. My skill set mainly deals with staying quiet and usually fighting. Hopefully it'll be useful for us."
Well,
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Sounds pretty useful for our mission that was assigned.
I assume that's the reason why they chose me. But it seems, what do you do then?
So, as I said, my name is Raymond. I've served in the military for like 25 years now. I'm not afraid of any mission I receive. But however, I like to make friends during the mission and the years serving military. So yeah, my main skills are fighting a lot.
Sounds like that's gonna be really useful for what's gonna be happening then.
Yeah.
What about you, Charlotte? Was it?
Yep. Let's see, I've been in the military for. Pull up my DMs. Scroll further. I was cooking in another game and just scroll up past that. Yeah, 9 years. Been in the military for 9 years. Only recently been at this level. You know, a lot of that was training. But I went to the dueling academy, so I'm pretty good with a sword. And I like to think people like talking to me. But who's to say they don't just put up with my antics, eh?
We'll see what happens in the field then. I think we'll make fast friends. It looks like she looks at the last one, Isaac, basically. Icarus. I'm sorry.
Isaac.
I'm sorry. I saw I.
Egress! Holy shit! Arise!
I'm sorry.
I am an
It's
Eagle.
him!
Icarus. She turns to Icarus.
How much to tell? Most of my life in the army.
Oh, really?
Nothing
No
else.
special skills yet? No fun little unique trait for yourself?
I'm sorry, laughing at chat. None particular. Went for basic. Got recommended to send. Get eventually offered for sentry duty.
Did you just join out of the whim, or?
Well, the in-betweens do have their charm. And somebody's got to do it.
True.
I
Has
play
anyone
spot.
ever... Oh, go on. Sorry.
That's-
Go ahead, Mac.
That's very far from the office politics of the barracks and whatnot.
Well, it seems you and Hyman have the longest experience here in the military, at least in comparison to me and Charlotte. And I think Charlotte actually has more than me.
How long have you served?
7 years. Spent 2 years in the academy, so I guess if you count that, but didn't really see much action until a little bit later. Has anyone actually had a chance to, had experience ever being to the in-betweens by chance?
Yeah, this Gil just kind of chuckles. Well, served in the Sentries for 8 years.
Well, if nothing else, we have a lot to hopefully be able to get mesh well as a group. I hope, anyway. And it seems like one's good at fighting, which will hopefully be useful. Or hopefully won't be something we use. I think they just want us to keep our eyes out and report back immediately, which... Yeah. Let's see how that works out.
I want to try my band with I'm a good sword. I don't want to doubt anyone's skills here. I don't want to march into a bandit camp. I think we're good enough to take an entire company of armed men. Simple recon
right.
mission in and out.
Yeah, you're correct. Simple recon mission. I'll drink to that. She takes a large gulp.
They bait hate.
Yes.
Should I just like not? Why even hold it in for a session? Half an hour. Why even do it? Just immediately. You know what? I have no restraints. No subtlety.
Do it, Grub. Do it.
Subtext is for cowards.
As you're talking to another, There's a woman in one of the corners that's kind of looking at you, Charlotte. She's kind of. You're not really sure if she's like checking you out. She is definitely like staring in your direction. A bit of a smile.
Hate her was fucking. Oh, sorry.
That's me. That's me. In the game. Not in the game. That's me IRL. In the game, she's just kind of like glance over and give like an awkward wave, you know.
She's gonna get up as she sort of kind of wanders over to your table and says, well, you... Is everyone wearing like anything like of their military uniform, or are you out of uniform?
I'm gonna be honest.
If like someone, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. You were speaking first.
I was gonna say if someone knows like the classic like military issued like common wear, I would say it's just like she's probably doesn't have like a huge wardrobe, so this is probably just like it's not like an officer's uniform, but she would also have like her sword and her dueling cape on.
Yeah, Icarus is wearing his regular. He's probably wearing a more formal uniform than usual, but a bit more formal than because he didn't need an officer.
Yeah, I assume for May she's wearing her uniform too, because like I said, we went back from meeting an officer and then leaving to the bar. So
Yeah, Haimond is wearing something casual. And yeah, I also have the house scissor with me.
Yeah. Yeah, she saunters off to your table and says, "Oh, officer, look like you're having a fun night."
I suppose. She'll like stick out her hands, like, Charlotte, how can I do for you?
Pauline, I wouldn't mind sharing a drink with you.
I'll like look over at the rest of the table, just like we letting like if you guys are cool with letting randos in on the festivities, type of thing.
yeah, if nothing else, I assume I said Maeve wouldn't stop you from hanging out with this lovely lady of yours. We're not challenging state secrets or nothing.
Yeah, fine by me. We discussed the important stuff, so we have no secrets now.
Yeah, kind of sits down next to you. Says, "So how is life for you?"
I suppose I keep busy. Steady work. Benefits. And you, Miss Pauline, what sort of work do you do?
I will have to mention, she doesn't have the fairy wing. She look like no bogger to you.
Dirty Sluha.
Let's kill her, guys.
Says,
But let's remove that wood emoji. I would never wood a damn Slua. I'm just kidding.
My libido is stronger than my racism.
The racist versus the goon are battling for control.
Well,
Inside me there are two wolves.
Adolf Hitler and fucking Harvey Weinstein. Sorry.
she says, just enjoying a night out in the city, but I always wanted to talk to an officer of the law.
You perhaps have a a problem to report?
I mean, problem you can help me out with if you want, but start off with just casual drinks.
Well then, lucky for you, tonight drinks are on my friend here, so I'll like
Yes.
wave over to like the bartender.
We'll come and order another drink for her. She smiles and thanks you. So, any interesting news out there on the front? I hear now with Frontier opening, a lot more interesting travelers going about.
Can't say I've heard anything. I'll like look at the three. What do you guys know?
I don't think we know that much unless I'm allowed to roll to see if she knows more. Grunta, I
Well,
assume as well.
Listen, you can just know stuff. You can ask me if you
Yeah,
have. There's no
yeah,
need to roll.
I sort of say like a smuggler, spiders, and bandits. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Why? Now, this may be just my excitement. Maybe you're used to the but I heard General Dulamp is city. You know, the famous golden back general?
Oh, where'd you heard that one from?
Well, you know, people gossip, and once they saw blue-haired fairy with her likeness, you know how people are.
Oh, that has my interest then. I'll keep an eye out, but I have a chance.
Well, if you've not heard anything about her, maybe it was just a rumor. Though she is quite recognizable, so... What did she do?
She's a sluha. We are racist here. We are racist here. This is the council of racist, in fact. You are racist against us in the fucking other game. Now it's my. Now it's
Her
our,
crime
now
is
it's
fucking polluting my eyes
You're
with her
racist.
fucking sludge blood.
Her fucking life is a crime.
Oh God!
Go back to the far beyond, bitch. Legal.
Oh man.
I can be Grant. I told you I'm gonna be racist.
Oh god, yeah, that was fine.
It's okay. Luckily for you, Charlotte isn't racist. Unluckily for you, I hate him.
It was slightly racist.
Listen. Unfortunately, Maeve did lie with him.
Ah, shit, that's right. I keep forgetting that she's not the better sister. Fuck, that's on me.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
I'm looking at your skills. I'm trying to be nice.
I appreciate it.
You
Trying
can
to be-
combine different skills, like for example, like street and illusion, for example, or society you can an illusion to lie, for example. I saw it in the books an example.
Yeah, I guess.
Like society illusion as an example, I think.
Yeah, but how the fuck do you roll that though?
That's
Because
a
if
good
you click
point.
illusion, you know
this sheet is garbage. This sheet is hot garbage. Temporarily remove a street in order to simulate the modifier. Honestly, no joke. This is like I think the best option. I think there's a modifiers button somewhere.
No, eloquence is deceiving. No, you have to roll me eloquence.
Oh dear heavens! What do I add? Basic or?
Too basic. Not like the worst lie, but I mean,
Yeah. Too basic.
I would, in fact, just like 3 days away. environment.
I actually put 1, but it doesn't matter. I still failed.
Does he have a kid at home who's about to graduate? Is he about to get married? Is he wearing a red
Yeah.
shirt?
Are you 2 days for retirement?
Yeah, I want to retire when I'm still pretty young.
45. What the fuck? Holy shit! His picture.
I'm gonna be real, man. You look awful for 45.
Listen, it's the
Cigarettes and
life.
alcohol, mate.
It's not awful. It's mature hate. Fuck.
You know what? Maybe he was just born with maybe he's just a platinum blonde. This is natural hair color.
I accept the word horrible, it's fine.
But yeah, she kind of like looks at what you're saying, like, well, guess I should talk to those rumor mongers. Never trust what they say.
I must say, is blue hair really that unusual? Can't say I've met too many people.
Well, I mean, I've not seen too many that coloration, but no, it's not just there's the blue hair, it is the demeanor, the facial features, the
What's
rather
with all the?
heavily
You wanna get on?
escorted caravan.
I'll wait till you finish before I say something.
Says. So yeah, she's basically saying, hey, it's just the blue hair. That's like the entire way she arrived, basically.
Mm.
Because a captain is, if you check the Wikipedia, is a pretty high. It's like the highest officer position. And officers are the second highest. Actually, no, the third highest rank. So I'll say it's a bit unusual for a captain to have a fucking like escort around. They're like, well, she clearly can't be a captain because a captain wouldn't get this sort of preferential treatment. So it must be someone because, well, as you all know, Valentine is the accomplished sister. Everyone else is a failure in that family.
Oh.
Well, if she arrived with such a big entourage, can't be that secret.
Well, do you think they stop and answer questions to us street folk?
No, but well, I'd think the royalty would have more of an announcement. You know, they do love putting on their shows and parades and parties and all that.
Now, this lie doesn't make sense because Valentine is not royalty.
I thought the blue hair people were royalty. Am I wrong? Damn it! I
They're not. No. Dulamp is not.
Rocking it back.
They're not.
What is she then? Is she just like a like?
Military family.
Yeah,
Oh, just a military family. I thought they were like nobility.
Some generals are nobles. She's not. She's
they can get. So I would say they're not like. So the thing is, problem is in the realm, nobility doesn't mean jack shit. There's a lot of nobles who are nobles because of family heritage, of titles, but that doesn't mean they have a lot of money or influence. Like for example, if you look at the horde, a sheikh is so fucking rich and has so much power, it's insane. But like a noble here can just be someone who comes from a good family line.
the military is relatively meritocratic.
Yeah.
Compared to many other high-level positions around.
So, she's saying that this Valentina person came into town, is what she's saying, right? And she's the sister.
No.
Sorry, what?
So she is completely mistaken Juliet for her younger sister. Because her younger sister Valentine would have a proper escort because she is in fact an actual general, not a captain. She has like the highest military position. She's part of the Golden Backs. There's a lot of things about her that would merit a proper escort. Whereas her sister normally wouldn't have such a thing, but she's being given privileges because of her family connections.
Okay,
That's where the mistake is happening here.
All right. Okay, I get it now. So, is it confidential that Juliet is here, or like should we like obviously like how confidential is this information that she's here and
If
that
she was,
she's like
if it was like confidential, then she wouldn't have arrived with an escort.
uh, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding, but I am curious. Is there a reason you care that that some general or captain has come to the city?
Just rumors, plus may have a personal respect. General Dulap.
Can I insight her?
Yeah. If we're going to say what she saved your life in the war or something, as kind of with a smirk, is looking at her lack of wigs.
Well, you can. It's a crit now, hate.
Thanks, Mac.
I love you. Always love to help.
Racism, as in fact, made this
I'm a
conversation a bit
racist
more awkward.
I don't because like this is like a conversational inquiry. Would this be like more society? It's not. I'm not like trying to insight any like any information I already know. I'm trying to like glean something from a person.
I mean,
Or would this be
you're-
like an eloquent or eloquent?
You are inciting though. This is like
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually not as sure what the. I'm just curious as to why insights under academia.
There's actually it's actually a
because
thing.
insight is basically like this is just you're relying on like deduction and logic and trying to figure someone out.
Okay.
Compared to like vibe checking, unless you are vibe checking, then that question was worded poorly.
I'm trying. I hate her. I'm trying to figure out what her actual motive.
Yeah, that would be insight. That's what I'm saying. Like that's just
Okay, so
brain
the book did
power.
say like you can. It's kind of like
Thing.
VTM rules where it's like you choose a stat and then like you can if different from the. It could be like an insight war or an insight society or an insight street. It could be or an insight academia. It could be any of those four. But would you say it's academia or would you say it's society? Because I'm talking to a person. Or would you say it's street because it's like I'm talking to like someone from like the lower end of society.
Now, would you mind sharing me where the book says that?
I think Kate is wrong.
Because if
No,
you are wrong,
I
Kate,
read that. I did. I'll pull it up. How dare you, Mac? I'll kill you.
I think you mixed up. I'm reading it myself. I think you mixed up action and reaction roles.
Yeah, wouldn't this be an action roll? Because I'm asking to insider.
again, hate, even if you can just point me in the book part.
Yeah, I am going to it.
Oh no, mine hate is completely correct. Page 86.
Alright.
Page 86. I'll screenshot it if you want. Hate is correct. In fact, I'm sorry, hate. Yeah, it's on page 86. You want to read yourself.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess it
yeah.
would be, yeah. Yeah, the sheet is gonna be horrible to use. Oh my god.
How about
You can. It would like ask for you to choose a field, so you can just do that manually.
Oh, it's true. I'm dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I even
Let me
noticed
just
that
click the
too.
button.
That's true.
Let me just click the button. Actually,
Okay, never mind. It's
So you want a critical set? You said.
yeah.
I'm always here to help hate. Oh my god, Snake Eyes.
Wow. Yeah. No.
I mean, listen, the thing is, like, Valentine du Lamp is famous because she achieved so much at such a young age, and she's like considered a prodigy. She is also natural She's like a natural charismatic individual. She is, I think, she's like the first woman to achieve this sort of shit. I think.
Yes, one of the few. Yes.
Yeah, so she's like the first woman to become a general. There's like she broke through several glass ceilings basically, and it has
People in fact
become
do joke that she got only there because she fucked someone.
yeah,
Which
like
really looks-
she is being actively praised by the Tsarina herself. Like it's her population has in fact skyrocketed, leads her own personal legion. It's yeah, I mean she is a popular individual. And just because
Yeah,
she's
so
a
I guess, like-
Slua doesn't mean she's not integrated with the local people of Glassberg.
No.
Yeah.
Fucking racist.
I'll like. So I'll like. Charlotte will like. I like.
I mean, she's
Icarus, like, kinda,
definitely
like, strangely.
she's definitely like now a bit like it's like upset. Like well,
I apologize for my coworker there. That was a little uncalled for, Icarus. But I must say that, well, I do have a great amount of respect for her as well. She's not in the city that as far as I know. Someone else.
someone else that matches that, huh?
Mhm.
Wait, you wouldn't say she has maybe siblings? Does she have siblings?
Is it not public knowledge that she has siblings?
Oh shit!
Hey.
She just no one cares about them. That's why.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is a random citizen, not every random citizen.
Okay.
Like
I'm just scared I'm giving away government secrets, Grunt. I'm terrified.
no.
I'm terrified I'm walking into your bear trap.
It's okay. We're not in the group chat.
It's
We're not the U.S. government. It's only for professionals. Hate.
She in fact does. 2 others, I believe, right? And I'm like looking at the other 3.
Yeah. Maeve nods. They're not as well known. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
No, it's Icarus shrugs his shoulders.
They're not as well known, though they have their own careers that are of great note. But yes.
I'll also add, hate that this is a slua, not like a fairy, so she might as well be like an immigrant. Like you don't,
The fucking liberals at this table. Oh my god.
because if she's a slua and she came in here a few months ago, it's highly unlikely she knows the entire like realm history and fucking politics and shit. Because the frontier opening meant that people could like circulate much more easily between house lords. But yeah, she nods. Huh?
Sorry to disappoint you.
It's fine. I missed it anyways. I'm glad I didn't miss anything important.
I think, I think everyone has their own importance in their own way. Just because you're not the most famous person in your family doesn't mean you're not important, right?
I will say this. Juliet is part of the Sentries. Valentine is not.
Yep.
So, I was gonna say maybe I should double check the lore, but I don't give a fuck.
She's not
Yeah, right. Fuck it. We're saying it now. We're doing it live.
Canonized. Says, I mean, that's a pleasant sentiment and all, but I mean, her sister has achieved more, right? So I thought the general rank was like your highest military rank.
It is. But my old teacher once told me if you're always comparing yourself to everyone around you, you'll never be able to notice your own growth. And
You might notice
don't
you're
do
not
that, well,
growing at all.
I believe you should compare yourself to who you were yesterday. If you improved, it's easy to see. And if you didn't, that means you gotta work harder.
Anna smiles and says, "Ah, such naivety. Adorable."
It's worked out for me so far.
Now,
But-
Canicarus being the suspicious racist also inside her at this point because she's kind of coming on very hard.
Inside her on what, though?
Basically, if she's if these feelings are genuine or not, or whatever the fuck
I
is
mean, you
going
can
on,
give me
basically.
society
Vibe checking her,
and
essentially. Vibe
insight.
checking her, basically. Yeah. Basically, vibe checking her. One crit, I assume?
Yeah.
Or just basic? Okay.
Oh, especially towards you. Holy shit.
Because I have free insight, it's not the worst.
Not the worst.
I guess pretty subpar, but it's not the worst. I'll
Yeah.
reroll
You know, you
that.
got one success.
No, I'll reroll that. I mean, one success does me nothing. It's not like I can damage mitigate here.
Eat shit. This man got 0 successes too. Fuck you.
He's so fucking some. Hey, you would have lost that roll even without me, even if it was 2 basic or 1 basic.
I know, but still.
Yeah, I mean, listen. She might just be into Charlotte. You don't know. Listen, these Flua, man. Listen.
Yeah, fuck him out. I guide him out of the house. That's my
Like,
philosophy.
She does seem like she's not necessarily well accustomed to a lot of the sort of realm politics. So, with all the frontier opening, she might just be like an immigrant, maybe like a merchant.
Why we fight the war to keep them out if we invited them back in?
True, brother. True.
Nothing mis-
Just-
Absolutely.
Just tear down those 2 stars of the flag and join us. Yes, for those of you
Guys.
that don't know, the Tristared are people who,
Ultra nationalists.
yeah, they're the nationalist ferry that have rebelled and have been in active rebellion for about a decade or so.
Guys, I think we should all jump Pauline and kill her right now. All of us together, we could take her.
That's your girl.
Just
you
kill
can
Grun's
just go with
NPC for no reason.
Damn.
that. He'll kill you.
Miss Pauline, were you born in the realm or did you move here recently? After
no,
the frontier opened up.
I moved here about a few months ago.
Ah, recent. How are you liking it so far?
It's an okay place. No,
I think so too.
they used to talk it up quite a lot, but well, I guess reality is often disappointing.
Well,
Grass is
that's
always
for-
greener.
Well, in this
Third
case,
one, right?
cold.
Is it warmer where you're from?
Oh, much warmer.
Mm.
So, do you moved here alone, or are you with somebody?
No, all alone. It's just little old me.
Just hanging around, or do you have any plans?
Well, I've managed to find some work here and there, but not the easiest. I work for one of the merchants in Hunter, keeping up the store running during the day.
Ah.
But that place is even that place is. I don't like the alcohol there. This one's a bit better. I feel like they actually wash the mugs here.
Well, my neighbors where I'm from actually ran a pub. I think I saw him using spit once.
Yeah. That fits with what they're doing. Ugh. Max is criticizing Glassberg quickly.
Fuck, I missed. I'm sorry, I missed my chance to be racist. What's this criticism?
She said this place isn't as nice as people hyped it up.
Oh no, actually, it was actually not long of that. Actually, you see, Icar's not a patriot. He was from Unter, so yeah, he will actually say like,
She said Unter is disgusting and like people like the drinks are better up here though.
actually, it was actually not long of that. Yeah, yeah, Unter is actually pretty lovely this time of year.
Oh god, how is it when it's worse then?
Oh, it gets pretty bad. Fucking try it, fucking scumbags, fucking run the place down there. Pretty much
Not
fucking
too
bandit run.
uncommon. It's not too
Well,
uncommon for people to die of cold, actually.
Yeah, Icar's just not along.
you're officers of the law. Why don't you know?
Yeah,
Step
Icar
it
just
up
kind of just
there.
laughs. Icar just kind of laughs at that out loud and spits out his drink. Girl, you don't fuck with the triads. Everybody knows that. They're the law down there. Fuckers paying off generals, politicians, fucking gold. Probably the Golden Circus. Fucking probably have contacts to them. Maybe
So-
Serena herself. Actually, she's probably too fine for that.
Are you accusing your entire army of corruption, officer?
I didn't. I'm sorry. Just No, no, no. It's merely a jest, merely a joke. Are you an agent of the? Are you a gendarme undercover?
Do I look like one?
Are you a cop?
Listen, I'm just relaying some rumors from back in the day.
I mean, again, the people I've talked with, they were very keen on explaining to me how the great Imperial Army is so stalwart and noble, and here you are telling me it's actually a bunch of corrupt misfits.
Oh no, the common soldier. And I'll defend the valor of the common soldier, but some officers, especially over here, it's something that you should not, especially not brag about the most. This is why I don't like cities. This is why I want sentry duty. No politics and in-betweens.
What?
Not like a spider can bribe you or something to look the other way.
Kind of raises an eyebrow. Sentries, are those like special officers?
Light infantry and reconnaissance.
Sounds
Vanguard
exciting.
units. No, means mostly patrols out in the in-betweens. Not as exciting as you think. Occasionally, they do see more action than the average soldier, though. I guess in that way it's exciting, but. But I want to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. This is just
No,
me
it's
just
very
logically
correct.
thinking. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
correct.
Okay, good. I read the rule. Yeah, we fight bandits and protect caravans and distract spider swarms and whatnot to remove from tradeways.
She nods and kind of leans in a bit, says, "So, you're all sentries then? Go into in-betweens and like fight different kinds of threats?"
Aye.
Quite impressive. I've I've heard and talked with people who went there. It's I wouldn't want to go there, but we're all quite brave and heroic.
If you're smart about it, it's fine. It's gotta be careful. Not always running at first into every spider you see.
Most people try and dodge the spiders, but yet you go there out there and you kill them.
Okay, well, okay, let's not say okay. It's not like we go out and hunt spiders. Well, sometimes we do, but usually we don't try to directly engage. Just try to divert them, place fires and whatnot. Trust me, I may be a skilled fighter, but taking on a spider on my own, I mean, usually also involves traps, units, and whatnot. We're no golden backs.
Well, I think this is pretty cool too. Quite dangerous as well.
That it is. Then.
Eh,
You know, actually,
Sorry.
sorry, just continue.
No, go ahead.
Actually, say, pretty curious about our military force.
Well, I'm new here, so why wouldn't I be curious? Is asking questions illegal, officer?
No, I'm not in Durham. Well, actually, some might accuse of being a spy, but that's not me.
I'm a spy. I'm a very obvious one, don't you think? Plus,
Sure.
what am I spying for? Spiders in the in-betweens?
That's a mere jest.
Well, they say they have a lot of eyes.
Hmm. She kind of
Come on,
stands up.
Owen. Oh, that was pretty good.
She stands up and says, "Well, I know when I'm not wanted at the table." Charlotte, if you're tomorrow in town or the day after tomorrow, might catch up a drink alone.
Depends on when our next assignment is, but if I'm free, perhaps, sure.
You want to roll me that that eloquence roll again? Because your assignment is in fact tomorrow. So
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
yeah, you're leaving tomorrow.
I'd love to, but so I'm afraid we all have some business coming up. But when we're back, I'll be sure to hit you up for that offer.
She smiles and lean down and give you like a kiss on the cheek before walking away.
She like walks like when she's out of earshot, like Charles like, wait, was she coming on to me?
Icarus just kind of fucking sighs and looks down. How old are you? How old, Charlotte? Guess you're inexperienced.
First of all, you should never ask a lady her age. Haven't anyone told you that?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, Icarus kind of fucking cock his head back. But yeah, it was pretty obvious. But I mean, she did ask. I mean, she was checking you out before, and she did come to talk to you.
She was just trying to be my friend.
Charlotte.
Everybody, all the older people look at each other at the table. Especially the 45-year-old Hyman. Sorry, I'm just kind of laughing at the image.
This ancient 29-year-old man.
Meanwhile, Icarus like
Ursula over here.
Icarus like 40 himself. I'm like, what the fuck? Comparing Icarus and Hyman's pictures.
5 years is a long time if you think about it.
I fucking stole his life force anyway.
If nothing else,
He looks just like you.
I'm sorry,
Now
we're-
listen here, you slander. Listen, we consider white hair a sign of maturity. So maybe you're just immature. Have you thought about that?
Yes, in fact, Icarus is considered immature by most of fairy military. He said anyway. Red was to say something.
She was gonna tell Charlotte, like, if nothing else, she seems to really like you. Though she's a bit outspoken, might get her in trouble if she's not careful.
I hope she does all right here. Although, if she's living in Anta, can't say she'll have a great time.
Who knows? She may be tougher than she looks.
Oh, listen, by the way, did Charlotte mention she was from Anta, by the way, in the conversation,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
She said she
all
works.
she said is
She works for like a merchant there, basically.
so. Yeah, Charlotte never said she's from Intermac.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah,
Oh.
okay, never mind then. Yeah, that's what I hate said while I was gone for a minute there. Oh,
But it's pretty obvious. She said where she lived, there was a bartender who used spit to clean glasses.
Yeah,
She does seem familiar with it.
yeah, Icarus out front. So you just say that. Listen, the two of us climbed out of the gutter.
Looks at Icarus.
What? Oh, is that the Patriot? Oh, the glorious city of glass, procured by our own benevolent Victor. I mean, have you looked at? Have you been to Hunter yourself?
For assignments, basically.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
For assignments, basically. She doesn't
Oh,
live
then.
there. She's done it for
Yeah.
military work.
Oh, then. No point in lying.
Well, I can't.
We're not talking to the nobility here.
Well, it just seems you have a not just our guests seem to have feelings about certain things that they may get themselves in trouble with.
And that's the reason I'm a sentry. Can't talk bad about the woods.
True. Well,
So
we
what
don't
you're
have
saying?
time.
What you're saying is that Maeve is a narc.
We're all
Yes, I'll
narcs.
be I will be a narc for you.
Well, actually, wasn't that? Was not. Anyway,
Or put in your report card. At the very least, we won't be dealing with military politics, as you say, on the woods.
of course. Any further statement you want, Mr. Gendarme?
No. As long as you do your job, I'll do mine. Now, you should get another drink.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Next round it's for me.
Drink up.
Here's to
Drink up.
that.
That was not making me drunk. Oh, not actually.
So, yeah, as you spend the rest of your night drinking, eventually you'll head off, sleep, as in the morning you have leave. And, well, as you all sort of gather, you kind of get assigned different, like, supply backpacks for the journey, more or less, as your captain is waiting for you.
I'll give her a nice salute as we walk in.
At this point, I would say you probably are like outside, ready to depart. Just kind of like checking supplies, making sure you have the basic necessity covered. As she looks at all of you. I hope you didn't drink too much last night.
Recommended doses, ma'am.
Well, enough to get the conversation going. No hard liquor for me, at least.
Just enough to wet my lips.
Grab your backpacks then and need to go. Be a few days. Get there.
Aye, Captain.
Yes, ma'am.
As, yeah. No caravan, nothing. You all are fairies, you all have wings, you can all fly as you equip. And basically fly off, following her lead. As you leave the cupboard behind, you see the large walls, the many cracks in the far distance. You'll be flying for a few hours before you like rest, and then rinse and repeat, trying to cover as much ground as possible. Now, as you eventually night will fall and have to sort of camp out in the wilderness. Not sure if there's any conversations around the campfire.
I think not for
Charlotte's
me.
probably playing some relaxing music for everyone while they're all at the campfire.
Probably keeping watch for Maeve or cleaning her weapon if she's allowed.
Mostly out, because mostly out watching, mostly at a distance and whatnot.
Yeah, and Haimon just sitting there quietly and sharpening his weapon.
Maybe because we'll ask
That's,
Hyman. Because yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, go on. Actually, you can
Yeah.
go first.
No, no, because I don't want to ask Mihai, because I'm not sure if Mihai will have a listing of deployments, but he will ask because Hyman looks older and actually probably old enough to fight in the war. He'll ask where was deployed and whatnot. But I do not expect answers, Mihai, because I don't.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say like. But we're gonna have this conversation off camera.
Yeah, we can imagine we had that conversation and
Exactly,
you
exactly.
all the information you need.
Exactly. Thank you. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Hate.
Actually, I would say like while you guys are talking about like past deployments, I'd look over at Maeve and just say, "Did you fight in the war?"
Yeah. Battle near the end, of course. Didn't do much fighting before the Battle of Quill Waters. I was a part of that. Didn't do much in the long run compared to some bigger names, but yeah, had my share.
Me too. Although only for a year or two before it ended.
Yes. Honestly, when I first joined the academy, I was rearing and wanted to do my part. Even try to join early if I could, but by the end of it, I think everyone was kind of sick of all the fighting. I would hope anyway. Any exciting battles for you then? Any heroic tales?
Well, I dueled 3 enemy combatants to a standstill for a few seconds before I was able to escape. Other than that, not really.
Ooh, very heroic then. How were you fighting 3 enemy cat at once?
Because I messed up and was a little out of position, honestly.
Ah, I see then. Well, I can't imagine surviving that. You're apparently really good. I assume you're really good with that. She kind of like nods her head at I assume your weapon.
I try to be. But, again, it was only for a few moments.
Don't cut yourself short.
Yep.
That's probably saved your life. And hopefully, if we're lucky, you won't have to worry about that out here.
The wild heroes. You're supposed to always be ready for something to try and kill you.
True. You know what they say about plans and all that. But it's peaceful
One's
now.
about mice and men, or the one about being punched in the face.
I actually want to hear the punch to the face one. That sounds like something sounds new.
Well, the other thing they say about plans is that everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
I think I like yours better.
Yeah, me too. Mice are scary.
They are. She kind of glances over. I assume
It's terrifying.
Juliet, our office is real or close by. She kind of whispers, says, "I'm not too sure I'd be rude or not. I wanted to ask Captain if she would insight about her sister, but I feel like that'll be a bit rude.
She's probably used to people asking her about her sister first time they meet her. Maybe, ask her about herself first.
Yeah, that's true. I think I will. Not here, not now. Probably after assignment. Yeah, afterwards.
We're gonna be on assignment for a few weeks. Just the five of us. What better time to get to know each other?
True, at the very least. You have a good point. Wish me luck then. She kind of starts to go over to Juliet.
Best of luck.
Yeah, I mean, she sort of looks a bit surprised as you approach her.
Captain, didn't mean to interrupt, but wanted to ask a couple questions if you're all right with that.
No, of course, go ahead.
How long have you been in the military? I know the war was, well, everyone was part of the war, but I haven't seen much of, well, everyone's new to me.
Kind of chuckles and says, all my life mostly. During at 16, finished the academy by 19, and well, rest is history.
I wanted to ask, why specifically, given this assignment then, at the very least? I kind of, well, I really don't know what to expect with the Sentries. I've only been here for 2 years at most, but I feel like every new assignment still surprises me.
Well, he grimaces a bit. The Sentries do more than just there's a lot of honor, glory we gained in the army. From leading troops on the field to successfully winning battles. Sentries, though, we much newer formed our branch. Thank you, Mac. They're a much newer formed branch of the military, tasked with dealing with much more dangerous things. The Imperial Army would never dare to venture in the in-betweens like we do. They wouldn't deal with the threats that we are.
Which Maeve nods. That's... Oh, you're right.
It's a thankless job.
I'm not too sure.
Nobody is
nothing
gonna
else-
remember you if you die. The in-betweens.
I feel like that's every job, at the very least for how crazy things can be. And it's easy to forget, but the only reason we knew about the White Dragon was because someone had spotted it first. I was hoping the
And
Sentries
who
would
do
be
you
something like-
think remember? Who do you think the history books remember? People who warned, people who scouted, people who spent their entire lives tracking down such creatures, or the person who killed it?
I think the people whose lives were saved matter a bit more than that, but I know that's may come off naive. I apologize.
A thankless job.
But I assume, does she sound like really bitter when she's talking about this? Did she? I'm trying to. I guess yeah. This will be.
Yeah, you can
I'm
give
trying
me
to figure out.
a, you can give me an insight, and you know what? You can either use academia or society for this one, whichever you prefer. I'll say the difficulty is too basic.
Okay. I think I'll stick with academia because.
Yeah, because then
She's
you
not
rely a
focused
bit
on-
more on cultural knowledge.
Yeah.
Figure out why is she like seemingly bitter about this.
I can make an assumption, but
Yeah, well, I mean, listen. Her sister is clearly a much more accomplished individual than her, although Juliet is ostensibly older and has more military experience. Yet, just like the rest of her family, nobody like knows the rest of them, honestly. Like the public knows their younger sister, and she kind of brought the family to prominence.
Hmm.
Now, yeah, it does kind of sound like she's just resentful of her sister. Also, I said the difficulty was too basic now.
I thought I rolled. I'm so sorry. I can
Fine.
re-roll if you wish.
Yeah, give me a reroll.
I will. Just do a simple reroll.
Let's see. It's a one.
Okay, 2 basic. I have 2 collected. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, that was my assumption anyway,
Yeah,
so it's fine.
yeah. She might just be bitter because her sister is. Well, I mean, she does have like she has an impeccable reputation from all aspects. Maybe a bit too impeccable. So who knows what
Gotcha.
like family drama is behind her. But yeah, like the gossip is that a gossip amongst the military crowd, and well, you wouldn't hang out with like nobility or the aristocracy, but like at least amongst the military crowd, it's like yeah, Valentine is the accomplished one. The rest of them are they're not bad, but they're like mediocre. There's nothing to write home about, and just by comparison alone, they look kind of bad.
Well, if it's not too personal, what exactly would you consider a thankful job then?
One where people cheer your name and throw parades in your honor. One where you are invited to balls and galas. One where you are paid a lot of money. One where the Tsarina bestows medals upon you.
Ah. Well, there's not a lot of jobs like that in the military that I'm aware of.
You would be quite incorrect. It's quite simple, actually. All you need to do is climb the ladder. Right now, you are all corporals, which is. Well, this tells me that you don't have high political aspirations.
I can't speak for the others, but all I ever wanted to do is my duty. I do have, but it's not important right now. Are you hoping to climb the ladder soon, then, ma'am?
Think I would join the Sentries if I wanted to climb some stupid ladder.
She just nods. She's not saying anything. She just nods, basically.
And that mentality, why you're a corporal in the Sentries and not some lieutenant, some battalion, patrolling some marshy swampland or policing some slough in the basement.
Oh. I wanted to join, because there's so much different things are different now. And if
Are
nothing
they?
else, if I die thankless or not, I guess that's how it happens sometimes, right?
Things so different now? I don't think they are. Not for us.
Oh, doesn't have to be that way, does it? Or is that just what you think?
If I have to deal with rebels, or with fairy rebels, or with slew smugglers or whatever other nastiness crawls in the in-betweens. Sentries will go where others don't want to. Not because we are more... Not because we are necessarily braver, principled, but because we are naive.
I see then. Well, thank you for the insight, ma'am. I'll get back to watch.
She just nods.
If I could look at Charlotte, the look of like, ew, you know, she turns and puts back to what she was.
Yeah, Charlotte just gives you like a kind of like mouths like, always next time. Listen, she thinks you did great for your first time talking to her.
So this lady's going through it.
I will actually go and talk to Hyman.
It's probably one. Oh my god, Icarus will so bully Maeve. Anyway, we're probably finishing up our conversation. Probably Charlotte walks up.
So, Hyman, that's dueling scissor, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Did you get you trained at any of the academies, or is that just your preferred weapon?
This is my preferred weapon. I learned how to fight with it, and I'm very pleased with it. Yeah. How about yours?
It's actually a gift. Apparently, it's not exactly common in the academies I went to, but anyone who disagreed with its ability, I think I showed them. I was curious, maybe we could go for a spar sometime.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Does this gift has a story behind it?
I'd say it's a very interesting one. Just it's the sword my teacher gave me before as a bit of a graduation gift.
Yeah,
Though I
sounds
just
like
graduated from one of
sounds like a nice gift to receive after graduation. A thoughtful one.
well, I think so. It served me well the past 9 years.
Oh, so you have some experience fighting.
Sure do. I'll kind of like look at Icarus and say, been fighting for a real long time, I'd say.
Oh, fighting most of my life. First with fists, first with fist, then with short. I forgot what the short pins. Fuck half. I forgot the fucking dagger name. Fuck.
Dueling pins? Oh, no.
Not
No.
dueling pins. No. I pinned it. Yeah, of course the tips. Yeah. First with fist, then with nail tips. Then I upgraded to military grade. I always never do this myself. I always think I always prefer the, as he pointed, as far larger half scissor. Well, I prefer to use both my hands. You know, useful force and whatnot. Bit of a man, more of brute strength, you could say.
I mostly just wanted to put forward the offer for a spa sometime while we're out here to Mr. Hyman here. I'll suppose I'll leave you two back to your old war stories then.
Much more than welcome to. Listen, it's fine. Us, but old geezers have yapped enough about all campaigns. Let's see what you're made of. Did you partake in the war?
Only at the very end.
Were you deployed?
Grunt, where would be deployment for like the last year or two of the war?
I mean, probably, the basement, because everyone was kind of fighting the horde.
Down in the basement.
Securing rear guard action for the
Well,
glorious. I see working rear guard for the glorious basement expedition.
I presume Charlotte wasn't gonna be like one of those soldiers that never actually got to see any proper fighting.
She saw. I think she saw some.
Yeah, then definitely you would have been sent to the basement.
Yeah. I can't say it was my fair share, but it's combat.
Oh well. Be glad you made it out. Many others didn't.
I know. A lot of the upperclassmen at my school actually went off to the war. Quite a lot of them didn't make it back.
Condolences. I see also lost a few friends. Oh, waste of blood for a whole lot of nothing. Good men and women died.
Woohoo!
Oh, like look over at our commanding officer.
Yeah,
You just
Sentries
like,
did not care.
yeah, you just hear like as she there's like a fucking snapping noise. And she like looks at like this plank and she just kind of throws it into the fire. That's what you believe. All out of fighting for nothing.
We could have held back at the stairs. Well, we initially failed, of course. But afterwards, after we pushed them back, there's no reason to push in the sawdust desert. I saw that many friends die there, killed in their sleep by janissaries and magi, or eaten by the fucking wildlife. At most, maybe could secure in the fucking on the border town, Umbro. But the desert.
Sorry. What rank are you, soldier?
Corporal.
That means shit. How old are you?
40.
You've been in the military for what? 20 years?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not even a fucking officer. You have the goal. Not only question your superiors, but dismiss the sacrifices of those who actually died in that conflict.
I dismiss the sacrifice the comments. As you can step up a bit closer. I thought of them. I thought of those men and women. I do not dismiss their sacrifice. I lost many good friends down there. How many did you lose?
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Silence says, doesn't matter. At least I don't disrespect them like this.
I was gonna fucking scoff at that. I think sending those boys to die in the desert was more disrespectful. I don't know talk bad about any soldier who fell.
Now, Grunt.
Hmm.
I know that if he keeps going, he's gonna get in a whole lot of trouble, right?
I mean, depends. I mean, depends. Right now, he's not
If
committing
I-
anything illegal. He's
If
just like
I
disrespecting
can I
the-
try and cut this off by can I try and get him out of punishment by actually challenging him to a
challenge him to a what?
To do what I assume he said. I think he died.
Hate died. We lost hate.
Oh no!
Oh,
A spider.
also,
A
is there
creature's
like
mom.
an actual fucking timeline of the war?
Yes, there is. Yeah, initially the realm got their ass kicked, and the
No, I
entire first war.
know that. I know that, but like,
There are a few events that happened. Like for example, the invasion of the Sword after the
Yeah.
counteroffensive.
Okay.
Like there was initially the Horde was winning, then there was a counteroffensive, and there was an invasion of the Sawdust Desert, which is what I mainly reference. Also, my backstory basically that he was part of the fucking like expedition down there.
Mm-hmm.
where the fuck do they talk about that in the bajillion
the
books?
first- The Wild Hunt. I used the general time in the first book,
Okay.
Household 1.2. The Wild Hunt it
Yeah.
begins, and then and then
Page
there's like a bunch of
171.
stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh. There we go.
The Great Betrayal is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they called the Slough the Wild Hunt for a while.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
considered that. Yeah.
Let me find you also the expedition that was being referenced. I think the expedition was referenced in the Practical Guide to Living. Let me find that for you, Grunt. So I'm not talking.
My Wi-Fi died. What did I miss?
You just said I some chance me to a duel. I assume that's what you said. Yeah.
I was asking Grunt if that would work or if that would be kind of meaningless.
That's my question. Like, he's not doing anything illegal or
Okay.
like punishable. He's just being an asshole.
It's just
Okay.
social death. That's a different thing.
Yes, I
Alright.
mean he's not. Yeah, angering your CO is not never a good idea. But he's not doing anything illegal right now.
Okay.
I'll say there's probably in my notes. Probably in the notes that there was nothing illegal, but probably many. Probably there were many notes from many COs, in fact, that didn't dislike them. Yes, this is not the first time. and Juliet might know if she read his files.
But she still looks at you and says, "How do you think the military functions, soldier?"
Functional discipline.
Hmm.
That's what they taught me in the infantry.
Those are important.
It was camaraderie. Trusting a fellow.
That's a lie they tell recruits.
As you guys gossip that, you tell me about disrespecting.
I am. Because the military functions on one simple thing: obedience to your superior.
I will not
the chain of
disobey.
command. No, right now you are disrespecting not just the chain of command, but also the people who died following it. Because you think you could do better. Some old corporal in the middle of fucking nowhere, about to go in the in-betweens that nobody knows, nobody cares. But he thinks he could have done better.
Well, I certainly don't intend to. Well, I certainly don't intend to climb the ladder.
Obviously. That's
So
not
so
my
what so what
problem.
so what
My problem
so
is
why?
with you claiming you would know better. Do you understand what significance the Sawdust Desert has for the Slua?
Some cultural stuff, some tribes there. Spoke to a few tribals, saw a few interrogations. Mentioned something about holy place and whatnot.
Answer. Your answer is no. Hearsay, rumors. So you don't know why a target was chosen. You don't know why people invested resources. You understand why you don't know. Because you are not part of high command. You certainly can make judgments about it.
Alright, well then I'll keep my tongue shut. I'll not disrespect the men who died following their orders.
Not disrespect the men who died following orders. You will not disrespect the generals who gave those orders. You will not do any of that because were not in that position. You don't know why they did what they did. You don't know the hard choices that were made that day. You may have been able to be uppity with your previous commanding officers. You will not be like that with me.
He'll just not.
As she will turn around and head into her tent.
Told you, get yourself in trouble.
As he almost whispered slightly. Not my first, CEO. I'm well aware what gets me into trouble and what not. I joined the Sentries not to climb the ladder. I joined the Sentries to do my work. Do what I'm good at.
You know, I find that the job is easier when you're working with the people beside you, not against them.
As he's the same with the whisper, you whisper, even slightly lesser. She's probably more interested in fucking gaining glory and climbing the fucking ladder, even though I'm not sure. Even though I'm not sure what exactly her hope is here. Or wants to do a big catch or something.
We're gonna do our job. That's what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna follow my orders. I will not disobey him. I will not complain on the job. Even if it's a bad one, I'll follow the order. I'm in the battle right now. No. Once we're in action, I'll do as I'm told and not question it, because questioning it is silly and will just not help anyone. Right now, I did not question any order, did I, Mishandar?
No, you don't. Mate, indeed, it was a tough discussion, but I think it's good that you were honest with her. So I think we're fine for now.
I'll know that. Oh, sorry, continue.
No, she just waves us like, well, I'm gonna go back and do my job of keeping watch. Try not to get yourself killed.
That's my least of my worries. As long as the flock of spider doesn't come across this way, well, we're fine.
Charlotte will also go and sit back down near the fire and pull out her lyre again.
Echoes will probably like fucking lean against the tree somewhere, look outside into the dark wilderness of the in-betweens. To the absolute void with no sunlight or fuck all light at all.
Yeah. As eventually morning comes and pick back up. Still a journey ahead. Check the sky. Know what the fuck do I?
Mm-hmm.
When an ambush kill, generally it's caution.
Yeah.
Possibly exploration, you could argue, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I have nice number for this one, but first I have to learn how to roll because I don't know how to do it. I just click on the thing.
On the skill itself, yeah. So click on caution.
Yeah,
Okay.
caution. Yeah, being alert and walking on exploration, walking through wildlands or interior. Oh, you already rolled, damn.
One critical well.
Do we all roll still, Grunt? Or...
No.
Diamond is locked in.
So now I re-roll it.
I
Oh,
doubt
no.
I'll do better than that.
No, don't.
No, because then you risk losing the thing
Yeah.
you had before.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you're traveling, you spot there seems to be in the distance as you're flying, you also spot several flying creatures that are like very distant, but you with your keen sharp senses manage to spot them way before anyone else as you realize some wasps are in fact headed your way.
Okay, I will turn to everybody and tell them about the wasp. So, hey everybody, take care. In front of us are some wasp, I think. I think we have to be more cautious so they don't see us. Because I don't think it's a good idea that we fight them.
I'll
Agreed.
look to our commanding officer. What
I
are
was
her
gonna
words?
say, unfortunately, she kind of looked at you. But you may be cautious, High Moon, but she is not.
Oh my god, Echoes was look at Hyman. Is she having that look, I assume?
Yeah,
Fucking
she
well-
looks at you and looks in the direction the wasps are coming from, and she says, "Take positions. We will take them out."
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Captain.
As she sort of, you all land as you take cover, readying your rifles. Who here doesn't have a rifle?
Me.
Everybody,
Probably Charlotte.
except yeah, because rifles cost money.
I
Grunt,
know.
unfortunately.
So who here? Only Meave and Juliet have rifles then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't
Well,
have nothing.
perfect. She looks at the three of you. Since you do not have guns, you will be the distraction while we shoot them from the down ground.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Sounds fun.
I'd say mom, actually.
She sort of goes to ground, kind of positions you, Meave gives you orders where to stay, and she also pulls out her own rifle.
Hmm.
Oh, that sounds like a you problem, though, not like a her problem. As well, you get
I
ready
need to
to
buy a magazine tape
engage.
immediately.
Gotcha.
Okay, let me track some of these nice-looking wasps.
Fuck, I left the foundry. No.
Also, track your token.
Ooh, nice pictures.
Why?
8.
Holy shit, they're yellow jackets.
They are dangerous.
How big are these compared to us, Grunt?
You have a picture in the reference.
I will look in references.
Should be like yeah, like art, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think in art.
Oh, okay.
Animals. Is it there? Yeah, it is there.
It is, yeah.
Okay,
They're
so
not-
like,
Yeah, they're big, but they're not like huge. Can still,
I was
like-
looking at a B. Okay, yeah, wasps are about torso, like waist ahead.
Yeah, they're like pony sized.
That's a big ass horse.
Oh, are they the ones next to the? Is
No,
that a bee then?
those would be
Which one's a
hornets.
bee?
Never mind. You're right. No, they are like dog sized.
Okay.
Yeah, those would be the hornets. You're...
Damn, wolf spiders are big.
They are.
Maybe we'll be lucky, and the only spiders we see are smaller spiders.
What are you like?
Don't worry, this is what the other game is for.
Did you guys know that wasps are actually a very varied species, and some wasps can actually be like smaller than grains of sand?
I actually knew that, yeah, there's a bunch of them, yeah.
I'm gonna
There's
say,
both
yeah,
big and small wasps.
There's so many insect species, though.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep track of them. Nobody
No,
cares
that's a
about
really fun fact. I
insects.
didn't know about that until recently. I do.
Nobody cares about insects. Hate. They are, in fact, the least cared about species on the globe. I watched the documentary once. It was actually kind of sad, but somehow funny.
Even though insects have some of the coolest things in nature, honestly.
More of their species died and aren't being discovered. But yeah,
Damn.
unfortunately, not everyone has the panda charisma. We're just kind of like, well, they're like a dumb bear, but like they're
We gotta
cute.
keep them alive. They
Yeah.
want to die out, but we can't let them. They're too cute. God wants them to die.
But yeah, so yeah, these are like the wasps are sort of like dog-sized. They can still pose a threat. So,
Nice.
well, I guess you will each engage one as the shooters from down below will take care of some of them. So, well, since you are the first to engage, why don't you give me a roll, Red?
What was shooting again? Dang, I almost forgot. Range weapon.
Probably still be fight, right?
You know, use the shoot skill. There's a shoot skill under.
Yeah, my
B.
brain. Thank you. Hey, look, I was looking at something else for a second. I was reading that. I won't use it now, Grump, but I want to bring up that I have the Sharp Eye, which means I can just either find important clues or learn an opponent's weak spot. I don't think it'll be helpful with a group of wasps, but I wanted to bring it up now that, just in case in the future.
Where do you? Oh,
Is that
it's
like
right
a
there in stream.
pass? I think that's you still have to use it, not like a passive.
It is a free thing, but the way weak spots are used, that it can only be used like the way it's worded in the very least is like it's one opponent essentially, and it gives me like a +1 to roll that you can only use for one time. That's
yeah, but
it.
like, oh, I see.
Is it an ace? Is it like a move?
Yeah, it's a move.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
It's a
like,
move, yeah.
Yeah, the move I have
Okay.
is called Sharp
Like
Eye.
you can use it and you learn the important clues without needing to roll.
Yeah, essentially.
So
yeah.
if you want to trigger that for the wasps, you can. I can.
But my question is, my question lies is because it's a group of wasps, will it be only used for one wasp? Because
No,
that's
it
the
will be
case,
for
then.
all. Like it's something
Okay.
that won't help you necessarily in the fighting, but it might give you insight on them.
Yeah, then if it's alright, I will use that basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange thing that a group of wasps is like they tend to stick around the waxy swall. They don't venture far out normally. This is pretty far out.
Okay.
So you think something may have disturbed their nest, or oh, it's kind of weird in any case. Maybe something disturbed their nest, and now they just had to move. This looks like
Yeah,
what you would think like a family of wasps. I don't know how you call like a fucking swarm of wasps.
A hive.
Yeah, but like wasps aren't like bees. They don't have the fucking like.
A flock of a flock of wasps. Fuck.
it's called a nest apparently. Colony,
Yeah.
swarm.
A colony could work.
Mhm.
But I think a swarm would be like, look, there's like several wasps flying around over there. That's a swarm of wasps.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to shoot at them.
Yes, I have a hunting rifle, which gives me a +1, if that's alright
Yeah.
to make sure. And what would the difficulty be, Grunt?
It's basic.
Basic. 1 basic, thank you. Did I thought I literally put 1. I went back and hit the left, the right
but-
click.
but-
so-
but-
doesn't matter.
yeah.
You still rolled.
Yeah.
That's
You can free reroll that, I think, because you do have that thing. More damage.
Eh,
Why not free reroll?
1 second then.
You have it.
I can hear your need. Mac, give me a second. I will do so Mac doesn't get mad at me. Look at that.
Nice.
yeah. You shoot one of them. Well, as yeah, you shoot. As yeah, your shot lands, and as Juliet will also shoot her shot. As this one just sort of falls, but like as it sort of as it's crashing down, sort of unleashes this like terrifying buzzing noise that sort of deafens your ears. No aces for the rest of the combat.
Gotcha.
As well, we'll start from right to the left. So Icarus, there's a wasp fucking heading for your face.
Yeah, I assume I'll try
I'm not
to
gonna
deal with
give
it.
wasps weak spots where they're like shitty opponents as is.
No, I'll just put this for the future because I have that move, so just in
Yeah.
case I forget.
I'll roll my ability. This one, I'll use my free reroll. On crit is also free basic converted to damage.
Well, what about you, Charlotte? There's a different
will-
wasp heading your face.
I will also duel said wasp with my blade. I got crit, and I have a free reroll, so I will
nice.
use that.
That's a lot of damage.
Same thing.
And last but not least, Hyman.
Yeah, I'll hit
On
the
Hyman.
and I also have a free roll.
Still 1 damage. Yeah, you are all tangling with them. One of them will send straight for you, Meave.
Oh
But
dear.
we'll actually deal with yours. So it's a trouble. So not. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna react with fight as it sort of
Oh,
engages with you, and it's double trouble. So that's like 2 basic. As
Too
it sort
basic.
of kind of tries to sting you with its needle.
what? I will ask if I can add a street to this roll, if that's all right, or should I just choose fight and that's it?
No,
Oh,
that's
no,
fight. It's war.
Gotcha. Okay,
No
2
more
basic.
street for this. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I understand.
The example they gave for street was like you're trying to sneak up and stab someone.
It was because what was elusive? I got mixed up with the one for
Yeah.
trying to dodge. That's the one.
Yeah, this would basically mean you take 2 stress and the hurt condition.
Gotcha.
Damn, Grunt, you're brutal with these conditions.
I
Holy
am.
shit.
I am, in fact. I think fighting is gonna be easier because you made a battalion of meatheads. Let's see for Icarus. React with strength up to 2 basic as it sort of latches onto you, trying to like bring you both down.
Yep.
Can we? I have some questions. So, in my moves at bodyguard, it said that when a friend suffer
Yes.
any amount of stress, I can choose to take on myself.
Yeah, or the the condition. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so I guess I can do that for Maeve, but
Yes.
again, I need to ask what stress does and how can I get rid of it.
So stress basically acts like a form of temporary HP. If you lose all the stress, you become knocked out and you're basically just unconscious, might be dead, who knows. So that's the green little boxes on your character sheet.
Okay.
Once you hit 8 stress, you gain the condition broken, I think, right, Red? Mac?
Yes. The
Yeah,
broken
which
condition,
means
yeah.
you're already like you're in deep shit. You recover stress usually by resting, so you would recover your stress after like resting fully for a night if you can get some comfortable sleep. Conditions can be removed with medical assistance. So things like hurt, confused, embarrassed, frightened, tired, sick.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can use bodyguard to take that and on yourself instead of me.
Yeah, I want to use that.
Okay, so then as you see her being charged, you dive down and sort of knock into the wasp itself. As instead you will be hurt. And I think I gave you 2 stress, right? Yeah.
2 stress.
Yeah.
Oh
As,
my gosh.
yeah, you just see Hyman break formation. As
I will use my free. Maybe I'll get a. Actually, I don't, maybe I'll get a crit. You know, who knows?
not
You
gonna
get
matter.
2 strength successes.
It doesn't matter even if you get a crit on it. But yeah, so you manage to sort of like wrestles with you. You manage to like rip it away from you. As it's basically just kind of shooken off. And now, Charlotte.
What?
No, what? What the fuck? Mac?
I can post the rules, Grunt. Here, I'll post the rules. It's on page 92. If you want to remove that, Grunt, it's fine. But
Move what?
Actually, I think fuck, I'm wrong. I think it's only for action rolls. Oops.
Mac, you know what's the important rule? Is I decide when you can what you can do with the extra successes. That's the rule that
sorry.
it says right there. If you shout at me again, I will kick you from the call.
I'm just shouting. I'm
You
sorry.
did shout at me.
Did I talk loudly? I'm sorry. I didn't mean
So
to.
shit, that was that you should have rolled it. Strength. I'm getting confused. I believe the fuck was I targeting for Mac?
You
You were targeting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wasp is like doing some weird hand gestures, throwing up gang signs or something.
Yeah, it's buzzing around you, trying to confuse me. You react with insight.
Would this be like a war inside or?
I think yeah, you can use war insight.
All right, I will do that gladly. How many successes do I need?
2 basic.
That is nice.
Yeah, it sort of flies around you as it's trying to. It's trying to find a gap so it can like lash at you between your blade, but it fails to do so. As another shot flies from down below, injuring it. Actually, not taking it out completely.
Let's go.
nice.
Meave, it's your turn. There's a wasp now, sort of, as Highmoon is battling it up close.
I guess I want to ask the obvious question. I don't think I can shoot it with Hyman being entangled with it, and it's probably too close to me to make the range shot
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's no, it's. Plus,
May
you
I
need
use
to
the butt of
reload
my-
your weapon, right? Anyways. So-
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the reload. I would like to use my hunting rifle and use the butt of it to beat the shit
Yeah.
out of this wasp, if possible.
Yeah.
Do I?
Fight
Right.
roll.
Okay. Is it basic or?
Yes, basic.
One second. Thank you. Dear Lord in heaven. I am so sorry, Hyman.
It's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, speaking of which, Hyman, why don't you roll me? Let's see how you deal with the.
So how do I roll to basic? I just double click on fight.
Yeah, you just so select fight and just it's not 2 basic, it's 1 basic. You're attacking this time.
Okay.
Only 2 basic when you're defending. And that hits. I think you can get
And
a free
there's
reroll.
a free reroll, yeah.
Well, that's still one damage as you wrestle with it. Up in the air still. Icarus, what are you doing? Battling this one?
Yeah, try to finish it off. Yeah, as quick as possible.
Go ahead.
It's a free reroll.
Hey, another
It's
crit.
crit.
Yeah, it's just you finish it off with a flurry of blows as you slice one of its wings, stab it through the eye, and it just sort of falls down in a spiraling death motion. Charlotte, well, you can either go help Haymond or you can engage some of the other wasps.
I will engage some of the other wasps. They have a 2-on-1 already, so I will slow down these guys.
I was gonna say you did see that the other 2 wasps seem less interested in engage and were about to fuck off.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
Okay.
Now the question is, are you gonna let them fuck off?
They might be going back to their hive if there's more of them.
They were flying away from it, though. They were not flying from the direction they were coming from.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still not exactly. Yeah, okay. I'll go help this one then. Unless I'm ordered to chase down those wasps, I think it's best to finish off this.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's
recording.
in the middle of fighting. She won't be able to order you. The decision you have to make on your own.
Actually, I will go after this one because in a moment Icarus is gonna come down and it's gonna be 3-on-1.
Yeah. so give me that attack roll.
I will. That is 2 successes, and I can reroll 1. That is a success and a crit.
That is 4 damage, yeah.
Nice.
As you feel it, like this, you manage to stab it with your lancetta through, like it's almost like as it's kind of trying to like bite at you. You manage to catch it in the mouth as your blade goes up through its head.
Let's go.
As anyone, I have skipped. I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Nope, that was the other one. That was...
As Juliet will shoot the one that's like fleeing away, and is giving you orders, Icarus, to chase after that one and do not let it escape.
Sure thing.
Meanwhile, down on the ground, well, I guess either you or Hyman can give me a roll. Who wants to go first? Actually,
Is it all right?
Actually, I was gonna say the wasp gets a shot first. Never mind, I forgot. Like, how could I be so cruel?
The little
Poor
wasp that could.
Well, Hyman, give me an insight roll, 2 basic.
Okay, so now I just click on insight and roll ability, right? I don't have to do anything else.
Yes.
Okay.
You can select the war one, but yeah, Mac, I think the combat is too easy as is. I will only only let you do that sort of thing if it makes sense, right? Like it still has to make sense within the narrative.
I didn't want to yell. I was just talking really loud, Jen. I'm just allowed talking.
It was a joke. You yell plenty of times, Mac. It was a joke.
Sorry.
In the sense that, like, again, this is a narrative game.
It's okay. It's up to you. It's up to you, Grant. Yeah, it's up to you. Of course. I just.
Listen, we're already running this stupidly hardcore because normally this entire group of wasps, by the way, should have been a single enemy.
Holy shit.
Unironically,
yeah, I know.
This is.
No, I think that's good. Yeah, the system is too easy, especially for 4 meatheads. Yeah,
you're playing on hard modes, just so you know. But yeah, so as you did sort of launch yourself into it, and now it's buzzing around you, and as you try and keep up with it, it's very disorienting. Take 2 stress, as you are barely managing to keep it off of you. Wanda will get to do its thing with you. Dying action. Wonderful. It's just trying to get away. It's just trying to slowly get away. But yeah, Icarus, are you gonna chase the wounded one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, then give me a fight roll.
I'll use my free reroll. It's 2 basics.
Yeah, as you manage to fly after it, as you impale it, as it sort of you both start descending and towards the ground. At this point, I'll say both you and Charlotte can chase after the wounded ones, and they're not really gonna pose that much of a difficulty. But for you two, Hyman, give me your fighting roll. Time to strike back at the beast.
I want to ask, can I give, instead of doing my own attack, can I give him a +1 to help him?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Okay.
You can roll with
You
a
get a +1.
+1.
And use my free reroll.
As yeah, between the two of you, you manage to sort of corner it, and it doesn't take you more than a few seconds to eventually finish all of this up. As the wasps are all dead, and the only one who suffered any practical injuries is Hyman. Wounded. Well, alive.
At least for now.
Until
I
I
still
kill
have-
him.
I still have the hurt condition as well, I believe, right? I
No,
didn't lose
no,
that.
he took that.
Definitely.
He took
Oh,
that.
damn.
He can take both
Oh.
condition and
Okay. I owe this old man my life.
he did in fact just dive bomb the thing from the air. Like 10 meters just. And
Superhero landing.
yeah. As Juliet sort of looks at your injuries and sort of gestures for you to lay down. I may not be the best doctor, but at least this should keep you going, as she'll pull out this toolkit and start sort of bandaging you.
Yeah, thank you for the help.
As you can clear the hurt condition now.
Okay,
The stress will remain though. Once
it's
you're rested.
fine. I'm stressed every day.
No.
True, true.
A true working man.
Gonna say, listen, it'll get better, but
No, let's just keep it realistic.
unfortunately. But yeah, looking at the 6 or so dead wasp bodies, she'll sort of. Anyone else injured?
No, ma'am.
All good here.
Forgot my eggs.
It's a good.
ma'am.
Sorry, good.
I know she's like, gonna go up to her when she says, with permission, I noticed something weird with the wasp, if it's all right.
Yes, report.
It's odd. They shouldn't have been out here so far away. I can only assume something may have disturbed their nests, or something made them have to leave their general area. They don't commonly come out this way, not so far.
Are you certain about that?
That's weird.
Yes, ma'am.
She sort of seems to ponder something for a moment and says, well, good job on not letting those ones get away. But it seems we will have to alter our journey. We are gonna make a detour, the waxy swallow. See what potentially disturb this nest. Hopefully, it
Hi,
was a
Captain.
spider. Well, pack up. We'll make camp not far from here, and we'll rest for the rest of the day.
Handful? Charlotte would start I don't know what they want to do with the bodies, if we want to put them far away or anything, or bury them, or do anything.
She doesn't seem to care because you don't have that much time.
Okay.
You're like, these bodies would be worth stuff, but you're not hunters, so it's like, I don't care. Leave it for the carrions.
Like in every video game, you skin them and use their fur for something else.
Yeah,
You
it,
loot
ta-
them.
it takes
It's
like
so
5
gold.
minutes.
Takes 5 minutes.
You open
You-
their
you-
inventory
you-
and loot them all.
Yeah, press
We
loot
got
all.
fish.
Press loot all button. You have a keyboard combined for that grunt.
Yeah.
Leave nothing but the bee bones, you know?
If I try to take one of the bodies of the wasp with me, will I get? Will she say anything?
Slap your hands.
She's gonna look at you and say, Do you think we have time to carry around corpses with us?
How light are we traveling with?
You already have supplies to last you for about a week.
Oh, I didn't plan on eating it. I just wanted like the needle, like the stinger and the venom from it. Could be useful.
Just gonna look at you again and say, do you think we have time to drag corpses around? You would still have to carry them. You would still have to skin them, process them. Do you think it's I made a joke with the loot all hate. Do you think it's easy to do this?
Well, I don't know how long it would take. I thought I might have time
Well,
while we
let me
were
look at
at
your
camp.
character sheet. Oh, I don't see any hunting stuff.
Is there a stat for hunting?
No,
Or
it's
is
a
it-
profession, in fact.
Okay.
There's traits to it,
Then-
but you are not a hunter, so it's gonna take you some time. Considering you have no experience with this. Probably you can't even do it. I don't know why I assume you could do it.
Sorry. Sorry, Mom. I thought they could be useful. I'll leave them then.
They would, but we are not hunters. Leave them for the wildlife to claim.
Yes, Mom.
As yeah, we're all gonna fly away to put some distance between this battle and you. And set up camp. As she'll check on Imon's wounds once more and sort of change bandages. And eventually settle in for the night.
Maeve would go to Jaime if that's all right. Thank you for that. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it.
Welcome. It's my duty to protect the whole squad. We are stronger together.
May as that way be. I'd rather keep you alive.
Yeah.
I'll watch your back next time.
Actually, just look over to them talking. Oh, it's just about a scratch for him. Nothing compared to Janissaries, right, Heimat?
Yeah, I'm used to that. It's fine. Nothing to worry about.
If you say so. But I'll pay you back. Next round's on me when we get back. Yeah?
Yeah, sure thing. And after this conversation, I think Haimond will go to sleep to recover faster.
There's any lasting conversations you want to have here?
Nope.
Yeah, as for Maeve, not now.
And yeah, as you rest for the night, you can recover all your stress. Tomorrow's a new day.
You are so generous.
I am. And
Heimat, this means that we'll fuck next session.
and yeah, instead of going for the in-betweens, take a detour. Now, all of you know that this is not proper protocol, that's for sure.
Actually, oh my god, actually, because I was a father. How petty is he?
You should be very petty.
I should
Someone
be very
just
petty.
chastised you. And now
Actually,
she's
oh my god, you're
defying.
so right. So about following orders, ma'am, and the chain of commands.
She
woke up there.
stops putting her backpack together, drops it to the floor, stares at you. What did you say?
Ask about the protocol deployed in this case.
You're asking about the protocol deployed? Sorry, what's your rank, soldier?
Corporal, man?
What's my rank, soldier?
Captain.
Well, you understand the military ranking order? Or are you too dense for that too?
I do, ma'am.
And I make the decisions. As far as you're concerned, I'm the only shit you need to care about. you have a problem with that, when we return back to Glassberg, feel free to report me.
We just no, Nate, I'm not that petty. Besides, dealing with us our jobs, I don't really disagree.
Oh, so
Just
this
want to
was
ask.
just to spite me then?
No, a genuine inquiry.
There is a reason why I want to investigate this, and it relates to our mission anyway. That's all you need to know for now.
I said, you'll just give her your ma'am.
She'll turn around to the rest of me and says, anyone else have something on their mind you would want to share with me?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, Captain.
As she'll turn around and finish packing her things. As we'll set off for the mushroom and like sort of, I'm gonna say, for a better word, waxy amalgam. It is. We will be ending our first session there.